A new Division One women's volleyball poll has been released, and this is the second last one because next week is the last full week of the regular season before the NCAA tournament. Selection show is on November 26th at 5 p.m. Central Time on ESPN and not ESPNU. So it goes as follows: Nebraska with 64 first place votes, Stanford, Wisconsin, Louisville, Texas, Oregon, Pitt, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, Arkansas, Washington State, Kentucky, BYU, Penn State, Creighton, Purdue, Kansas, Arizona State, Dayton, Florida, Houston, Western Kentucky, Baylor, and I'm a little shocked that they are ranked, but I got a feeling why after I go over these last two teams like USC, University of Southern California, and Florida State. I think Baylor's only in there because of the strength of schedule and the RPI. That's the only reason I think. Auburn had to drop out of top 25. They had to. But recent vote teams are like Marquette with 54, Auburn with 48, UC Santa Barbara 36, Pepperdine 31, Minnesota 29, Kansas State 9, who defeated Texas, by the way. I mean, Iowa State with 7 receiving votes, and Iowa State defeated Kansas, by the way, 3 sets to 2, and Utah State with 6, SMU with 5, and TCU with 3 votes, and they beat Baylor twice, 3 sets to 1 and 3 sets to 2, and it tied. Both of those matches are tight. And now I'm going to go over the RPI, which is important for if you're you want to be in 1 through 16 potentially down the line, and those bubble teams as well, like the 1 through 16 right now, or I'm going to just go up to 20 just to give context. Nebraska, Stanford, Louisville, Pitt, Wisconsin, Texas, Tennessee, Oregon, Kentucky, Arkansas, Creighton, Washington State, Georgia Tech, BYU, Purdue, Utah State, Arizona State, Florida, Kansas, Penn State. But I would just dare to say like 40 through 60 are in danger potentially, or I'm going to just go up to number 38 actually. It's like SFA, Western Michigan, Northern Iowa, Minnesota, UCLA, TCU's now RPI is in the 40s, and as long as I want to just go over all these other teams in a second. Wake Forest, NC State, Miami, Florida, Duke, Drake, Loyola Marymount, California, Georgia, Kansas State, Loyola Chicago, High Point, St. John's in New York, Wichita State, UMBC, Florida Gulf Coast University, Colorado, Clemson, and Washington. There might have been some other conferences with RPIs that are lower. If you're a one-bid league, you got to win your regular season title if you don't have a conference title. I mean, conference tournament, But you get the point. But if you have a conference tournament, you have to win it. If you are one of those bubble teams out there, if you have that. Or in a one-bid league. And if you're like one of those at-large bids, you got to avoid bad losses as much as possible if you're especially in a Power 5. That's the truth. And get as many wins as possible. If you want to be a top 16 seed, you got to find a way to win out. That's the truth. And avoid bad losses or even losses in general just to help yourselves. That's just it's saying that it's the truth. It does help in all this, and we're going to wait and see what the NCAA Tournament Committee does down the line, but we have one more poll before then. So, my top 10 for Division I women's volleyball goes as follows: Nebraska, Stanford, Oregon, Louisville, Wisconsin, Pitt, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, and Arkansas. It's very similar, it's just a little bit different. Since Texas got swept by Kansas State, and I know they beat Cincinnati 3 sets to 9, but with that loss to 3 sets to 9, I think they deserve to be out of the top 6. But if you want to put them at 5, fine. It's just now we're some top 25 games between now and next poll. Number 23 Baylor, at number 17 Kansas, number 3 Wisconsin, and number 16 Purdue, number 6 Oregon, and number 18 Arizona State, number 17 Kansas, at number 13 BYU, number 4 Louisville, and number 7 Pitt, number 2 Stanford, at number 24 USC, number 20 Florida, at number 10 Arkansas. So I'm not including any conference tournaments if not a particular conference has one, and if there's a top 25 matchup, I'm not going to count that at this point for not only for this week but the next. So just an FYI on that. So anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, the ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So I can make money off this. Of course, liking a video, commenting a video really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help too. It gets more people to watch. In addition, if you are watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and hit the notification bell as well.